If you're looking for the most action-packed twin-stick shooters to get your adrenaline pumping, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I will show you some best twin-stick shooters. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Nex Machina. Nex Machina is one of Housemarque's more recent twin-stick shooter video game, drawing inspiration from games like Robotron and Smash TV, while stepping up the action and violence. The game takes place in a future where humanity has become excessively dependent on technology, and it pits you against sentient robots that refuse to serve humankind. There are over 100 voxel-based stages scattered over 6 different planets in this campaign. Every level has hidden passageways, individuals to save, and waves of attackers to defeat. Next up we have Shakedown Hawaii. Shakedown Hawaii is a retro-inspired twin-stick shooter from Blank Entertainment, which is best known for Retro City Rampage, from which Shakedown draws inspiration. In a bright 2D pixel graphics open world, you establish a crooked organization by taking control of respectable firms and destroying the competitors. You play as 3 different characters in the main story with unique motivations and can explore the world via cars, monster trucks, and boats. Next up we have Synthetik Legion Rising. Synthetik Legion Rising is a skill-based twin-stick shooter with roguelite features and tactical gameplay that is brutally demanding. In it, you use a variety of randomly generated weaponry to fight an army of cybernetically enhanced adversaries known as the Machine Legion. The game has unusual reload mechanics that require you to manually remove and reload magazines, while also avoiding jamming your pistol or allowing it to overheat. Next up we have Chippy. One of the most intriguing aspects of Chippy is that it was created by Facipant Studios, the same studio that created Rust, a violent survival game. This makes a lot more sense when you know how difficult it is. You're entrusted with beating an assault of bullet hell bosses rather than fighting other players with sticks and rocks. Like many other twin-stick shooters, the level of difficulty can be punishing at times, but is worth the effort to experience the game's fantastic chiptune soundtrack. Next up we have West of Dead. It's not every day that you see a twin-stick shooter with voice-acted dialogue, much alone one from Ron Perlman. West of Dead is a roguelike cover shooter in which you play as a dead cowboy who must journey deeper and deeper into Purgatory's dark and bleak environment. The game uses procedural generation to render environments, enemies, and rewards, ensuring no 2 playthroughs feel the same. Next up we have Helldivers. Helldivers bills itself as a competitive twin-stick shooter designed for online and local 4-player co-op. In the middle of an interstellar battle, you and your squad play as members of an elite fighting force entrusted with safeguarding Super-Earth from hordes of adversaries. You'll travel to numerous worlds on missions to beat back hostile troops that have developed a foothold. Next up we have X-Morph Defense. X-Morph Defense is an action-packed tower defense game featuring a unique combination of twin-stick shooter and tower defense gameplay. You play as the X-Morph, an extraterrestrial civilization that has invaded Earth to take its resources and modify the planet's surface. Missions have you carefully placing extraction towers and various defenses to create maze-like paths for your human enemies to follow. Next up we have Blazing Beaks. From dead cowboys to murderous ducks, we're covering all of our bases here today. Blazing Beaks is a cute and colorful twin-stick shooter that sees you controlling a gun-wielding duck as they battle a host of mutants, monsters, and other creepy-looking creatures. Procedurally generated levels are packed with secrets and rewards that can net you some gold and help craft more powerful weapons. Next up we have Atomicrops. Atomicrops is a one-of-a-kind roguelike twin-stick shooter and farming simulator all rolled into one. After a nuclear calamity, you must raise enough food to support human existence while fending against mutant vermin, aiming to contaminate your fields. Growing and upgrading your farm requires exploring different biomes, unlocking new tools, and defending your crops from enemies. Next up we have Nuclear Throne. Nuclear Throne is another roguelike set in an apocalyptic world, but this time far further in the future, when humanity has vanished and only mutant monsters remain. The game is played from the top down, with you fighting your way across randomly generated wastelands with a variety of weapons and radiation-powered powers. As you collect more and more radiation, your character acquires new mutations that can affect gameplay and often turn you into a monster-crushing machine. Next up we have Ruiner. Ruiner, a fast-paced twin-stick shooter set in a cyberpunk city named Ringkok in the year 2091, is presented as a fast-paced twin-stick shooter. You play as a cybernetically enhanced criminal whose brother is kidnapped by a nefarious organization known as Heaven. You set out to find the truth behind the organization and destroy everybody who stands in your way, partnering with a strange hacker buddy. Next up we have Enter the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon is a game that any self-respecting twin-stick shooter enthusiast should check out. The Gungeon is a large labyrinth loaded with opponents, traps, and loot, and it's modeled after classic bullet hell shooters with a roguelite twist. You play as one of 4 characters exploring the Gungeon, a sprawling labyrinth brimming with enemies, traps, and loot. As each character offers a new variable to liven things up, ranging from lock-picking to decreased reload times and a longer dodge roll, flexibility is the word of the game. Next up we have Assault Android Cactus. You'll be hard-pushed to find another arcade-style twin-stick shooter with Assault Android Cactus's flair and panache. You may choose from 9 different heroes in the game before blasting your way through waves of rebellious worker robots on your spacecraft. It replaces the usual life system with a unique battery-draining feature that encourages you to respond quickly and consistently do harm. Next up we have Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions Evolved. Geometry Wars has long been considered one of the best ongoing arcade franchises, and Dimensions Evolved is among the series' strongest entries. Presented as a twin-stick shooter, the game has you battling hordes of enemies on over 100 diverse 3D grid environments. The visuals are top-notch, the battles chaotic and fast-paced, and the music is everything we've ever dreamed of. The last game of this video is Alienation. Alienation is a 4-player isometric twin-stick shooter in which players must defend Earth against an extraterrestrial assault. The game includes 3 classes, and teams must explore large levels filled with nasty alien creatures. Aside from character advancement, Alienation includes random weapon drops throughout missions, as well as the ability to modify various characteristics of your weaponry, such as rate of fire, clip size, and damage. So that's the list of 15 best twin-stick shooters. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff, and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.